Well, this is another one. Another demo that I figured I should do because it's out, it's there, and possibly how many people are going to be playing Nordics once it gets out. Well, I'm going to wait till the price drop. Anyway, it's not day one for me, as I'm taking a break from Eve. So let's begin the adventure. Apparently, from what I was told, it's like with Bravely Default. It's a demo, but as you play it, it saves the progress you made on the demo and transfers over to the main game. The last game I did was on normal. This one we're gonna put on normal because yes. We're gonna see how it differs from Monstrum Knots. So, you know, we're going to give this this is going to be a full sniff test, you know.
At the moment of birth, each of us is as free as a bird, with not a single restraint tying us down.
You know what? I'm going to play it in
But with age come the varied shackles that bind, clipping away at our wings, feather by feather. In time, we long for a return to the freedom we once knew. But the truth is, we can return to those days whenever we so choose.
Adult Christian, excerpt from the Norman's Paradise Lost. Why does he sound so old? Leaves me to wonder, why does he sound so old? Passenger liner Autobus.
Is this weather perfect or what? The brisk ocean breeze, the wide open sea, smells like a new journey on our horizon. I gotta say, I'm glad I took you up on your offer, Adel. Being stranded on Asteria for so long was really getting to me.
This is our boy, Adult Christie. Glad I asked you to come.
I'm glad I asked you to come.
Same. This has me even more pumped than all the way back when I first left my hometown. It's been a wild ride since then, but that doesn't make me any less grateful to you. I can hardly remember the last time I felt this chipper.
Adel, Dogi. So this is where you two were. I never dared dream I'd get to see the actual ocean in person. Even now, it's difficult to believe a vessel this large is capable of floating upon its waves. What manner of sorcery is this?
It's called sailing.
I guess this is all one big culture shock for someone born and raised on Ys. Dr. Flair here is even giddier than me.
That I am. In my view, being on the surface instead of above it is a miracle in itself. to say nothing of the unprecedented chance it's given me to search for the original strain of Salsettan flower.
Keep in mind,
Salsettan flower.
this is right
That's
after
the name of a
first
type of medicinal herb, right?
That's where the star line is.
It's native to the Great Forest on the Gallia-Hispani border or something.
Indeed it is. I couldn't very well rest on my heels after hearing that's where you two were headed.
Just cleared 9 damage.
The prospect of seeing it in its natural habitat was ample reason to climb aboard.
Uh-huh.
Your get-up and go could put even Adel to shame. But be sure to mind your health, okay?
Dr. Flare, y'all. Dr. Flare.
At the rate you're going, you'll end up fading in sheer bliss the second you stumble onto those flowers.
Well, frankly speaking, that scenario is all but guaranteed.
Well, we won't be arriving in Salsetta for a long while yet.
Poor.
Might as well kick back a bit and enjoy the ride for now, don't you think?
So, we can actually talk to people. Achievement, a new adventure unlocked. So, seeing that this is only in its demo stage, you can only play it in English. So nothing we can do about it. And lo and behold, it's fishing. Well, so far they have your D-pad keys for different uses. Like left gives you the map, down gives you journal, right gives you inventory. And apparently they have something for, they're taking stuff from Ghana and Monstrum Nox because crafting is here. Remember, I'm not playing the actual game, so We're just gonna get right into it. This is the demo after all. This man seems to be the ship captain. Now would be a good time to strike up a conversation.
Ah, a passenger. Having a pleasant voyage, I hope? You appear to be a seasoned traveler for a boy your age.
I'm only 17, sir. I guess you could say that.
So my hunch was correct. This may be no surprise to you then, but we have some extraordinary sights coming up shortly.
Oh, what's that over there?
Ah, shit. Adol's at the helm. Oh, shit. Adol's at the helm.
Mountains? No, wait. I think those are islands.
Attention all passengers.
Adol is at the helm. Jesus, take the wheel.
I am your captain, Victor LaSalle. Allow me to express my gratitude to you for sailing with us on the Adamas today.
Lord Green be proud.
If you look to our left-hand side, you'll find Obelia Gulf, famous for its sprawling archipelago.
Let's see over there. If you look to your left, we have fishing. If you look over to your right,
We have fine air, a sweet summer breeze. And we're passing the Obelia Gulf.
This current bout of clear weather lets us see the myriad patches of land, both large and small, that populate these waters. It will be quite some time yet before the ship arrives at our destination in Celceta. So until then, we invite you to bask in this scenic tapestry of blue seas and beauteous islands.
sir.
Understood. Let's make haste.
Exactly what was Adol doing this
My
entire time?
word! What a magnificent sight! Obelia Gulf, huh? Sure doesn't disappoint. That reminds me, Adol. You said you were looking for a western archipelago before you came to Asteria, right? There any chance this might be... Whoa! A little close for comfort, don't you think? How's a guy supposed to take in the sights like this? Hey, Adol.
13 minutes in, look at that. Danger.
Men, prepare to hunt. Behold thy foes with steady hearts. Fear not thy fate, for life and death are the deities to decide. Those who fall with valor shall be ushered into their divine kingdom. Now, shout forth the name of our God!
Really?
It can't be! Pirates!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
So he did hire mercenaries.
Shield wall! Charge!
Stay behind us, Doc. All right. Thank you. Oh? You another one of them mercs?
Nah.
Bit on the puny side, ain't he? Sure you know which way to hold that thing, little fella? What a joke. The big lug behind him would be more worth our time.
I'm no merc.
What difference does that make? You've still got a blade at the ready either way. Enough chit-chat. Let's make this quick.
So, right stick is for lock on, A is for perform a normal tap.
How's that? How's that?
What a joke.
Level!
Damn it all! Rotten punk! You're in for it now!
You bumbling louts! How long does it take to handle one sellsword trying to play bodyguard?
I'm not a merc.
Our fault, ma'am. The kid's a lot tougher than he looks.
Oh, really? Fine then. I'll take care of him myself.
Okay, so right triggers the guard. Left bumper to evade.
Done saying your prayers? You're pretty skilled.
Whoa! Here it comes! Whole lot of fuss for one small fry. Try not to lose that red head of yours, kid! Princess. I must ask that you stand down. That boy appears to be no more than a passenger.
Says I'm a
What?
passenger.
We have already apprehended the captain. Right this way. So those are pirates. This is my first time encountering them in the flesh.
Probably your only time.
We're in a real jam now. Ugh.
Captain Victor LaSalle.
You have us.
I thought
You have
we
a
had
sweet
an
name after
agreement.
you.
There's a toll for sailing these waters. And you promised never to skip out on it again.
Hold on a moment. This is the last time, I swear. Whatever you do, just let me live.
We both already know how this goes. Any room you had to parley was forfeit the minute you put those mercenaries on your payroll.
Ooh.
Stay your hand, boy. Those are no mere pirates. They're the Balta Sea Force.
Oof. Let's just call this a part 0. East 10. The demo. Nordics. Meet the cast. You know what it gets me in the mood for? Skies of Arcadia. That's what happened 2 years earlier. Well, already it handles a little better on the graphic side than 9 did. Rossetti in Chapter 1. Connacht.
Woof! I'm stuffed! Guess good eats are a given when you set up town by the ocean. The stuff you get further inland just doesn't compare to fresh seafood.
That's true.
That aside, it would seem we're going to be stranded here for the time being.
Yeah. Who'd have guessed the Adamas was cruising through these waters illegally? Obviously, the captain already paid the ultimate price for that. But I hear they're even seizing his ship as compensation for all those unpaid tolls.
Oof.
It leads me to wonder what the story is behind this Balta Sea Force. To their credit, they did let Adol loose after determining he was merely a passenger.
Doesn't make those lugs any less high and mighty, though. If they look like pirates and plunder like pirates...
They might be pirates.
Like Normans, you mean?
Normans, you say?
They're a lawless people from the north with incredible seafaring know-how. Word is, they've looted their way not just here, but across the entire North Sea. Raiding towns, pillaging churches, kidnapping innocents. None of it is beneath a Norman. And the Balta Sea Force makes up just one faction among them.
Sounds like your typical pirates to me. How do they get away with it?
I was given to understand that the entire region of Glia fell under Roman imperial control.
Rumor has it that not even the Empire would dare to defy the Sea Force. The Normans have had an iron-fisted grip on Obelia Gulf for ages now. Some say that it spares us from suffering under Roman rule, but they don't speak for everybody.
Hey, did you hear about what happened to the Adamas?
I did.
Captain LaSalle was treading a dangerous line. He simply reaped what he sowed, if you ask me.
Won't argue with that.
Still, it's hard not to feel for the guy. Those pirates had no right to waltz in like they owned these waters and demand a toll. Why should any of us have to play along with their made-up...
Oh,
Shush! I can sympathize, but that sort of talk is best kept to yourself.
Oh, what did I do to deserve being born in Karnak, of all places?
would you prefer Balduke?
I see what you mean. Doesn't sound like they get the warmest reception around here.
As would be the case in any town, though this one does seem to have its fair share of hardships.
I'm sure it's not all bad.
Now, Adol, though on that subject, there does seem to be quite a bevy of islands here in Obelia Gulf.
Oh, yes, that's true. We locals are so used to the view that it often slips our minds.
That reminds me, Missy. These islands wouldn't happen to come with any unusual myths or lore, would they? Our little group's got a special interest in that sort of thing.
At all.
Is that your reason for traveling, maybe? I can't guarantee there's anything that'll live up to your expectations, but... let's see... Aha! If it's run-of-the-mill folktales you're after, I have just the one.
Really now? Do share.
Please.
Well, legends tell of what's known as the Sea King's Throne. The throne is said to be hidden away on one of the islands here in Obelia Gulf. Supposedly, whoever finds and sits upon it will have their wishes granted.
Oh, that's some juicy stuff. How about it, Adol? This do anything for you?
Doge. 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 We can't not look into it.
That's the spirit. We got plenty of time to kill, so what the hey?
Hold on a moment. It really is just a story.
Oh, what's the harm? Let them chase their dreams. That's what being young is all about.
He's 70 years old.
Back when I was their age, I...
Forgive him. He's had a few ales too many, it seems. To
Too
say
many
that
tales,
throne
not
really
enough ale.
exists, though. What would you wish for, Rosamund?
Huh? Me? Well, for our humble little business to prosper, of course. What else?
Brings a tear to my eye, it does.
Renee must be proud. It's easy to see why you're Rooseveri's poster girl.
Makes me want to spend 3 days and nights drinking this tavern down to its last drop.
And sing
And
the
I
bill.
do it all with a smile. The more they rake in the cash, the happier Rosalind gets.
How sweet!
I think you've had
$5.50.
quite enough for one day. Our apologies for bothering you, gentlemen.
None taken.
Nah, that's all good.
Like they mentioned, my name is Rosalind. I'm the daughter of the owners. The three of you are going to be lodging with us tonight, right? If you have any issues during your stay, anything at all, just let me know.
Thanks for the hospitality.
Of course! Always happy to be of service. Well, I'd better get back to work. Relax and unwind as long as you need.
Such a capable young lady. Reminds me of Lilia back home.
Two.
By the way, Adel,
What?
I know this Sea King's throne is a big deal and all, but we got some other things to take care of first if we're sticking around.
Oh,
The
yeah.
travel funds we scrounged up were only enough to get us to Salsetta.
Quite right. With that in mind, I plan to pay the local clinic a visit. Upon our arrival, I noticed a flyer that said they were recruiting medical practitioners.
Well, ain't that convenient? Doesn't really solve the issue for us two, though.
Are you youngsters in need of work?
Yeah. You got any leads?
Well, both the harbor and the town militia are hiring at the moment. The docks are always short on labor. I'm certain a brawny fellow such as yourself would be a welcome addition. And the red-haired lad is a swordsman, no? The militia's been on the hunt for temporary recruits, I believe.
No joke? That's great. Thanks for the tip.
Seems we have a few promising candidates.
Sure do. Let's get out there and follow up on them once we're done taking a load off.
I agree. Yeah, I've already checked out the main menu. But as you can see, yeah, it runs a lot smoother than it did with the last game. And I like that, you know? Because the last game, as much as it was, it chugged in a few parts. I mean, in a few spots, and you can pretty much see it for yourself, it chugged. It chugged in a few spots that were either a bit slower or a bit faster. Here, quality-wise, oh yeah, this will work. The great forest of Salsetta, large woodland border of Rome and Hispania, considered a forbidden area as those who step foot into it lose their bearings instantaneously. Thus the story behind Dawn of Ease and Mask of the Sun.
All right, you two. This is where we split up for now.
Indeed. I'll be heading to the local clinic. I may just take a look around town as well, seeing as we're extending our stay.
Let's aim to meet back up around dinner time then. Adel, I'm guessing you're also gonna...
Yeah.
Me.
Hmm?
Seek me.
Adel, you good?
Yeah. I heard a strange voice.
A voice? I didn't hear anything. Sure it wasn't just your imagination?
There's no shortage of noises out here. Perhaps you mistook one for somebody speaking to you.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. It's time to start scoping this place out. You probably plan to wander the streets a bit yourself before checking in with the militia, huh, Al? Catch you both later, then.
So, left bumper is for dashing.
I've got to say, the quality of these Spanish leather goods is on a whole other level. One might say the same of Obelian seafood. Rich flavors, firm to the touch, It is simply unparalleled. Rome and Hispania may be at odds right now, but I believe
Rome
our
and Spain.
transaction today has proved mutually beneficial. To be perfectly honest, our middleman here deserves all the credit for making this deal happen. The tire is here.
Well spotted. I am indeed a Norman.
But you
However,
don't look it.
I find that being a tradesman suits me far better than waving an axe about.
That's good to know. They say Normans are first-class mariners. No doubt that expertise slots in perfectly with mercantile work.
I'm flattered to hear you say so.
It's thanks to the Balta Sea Force that we're still able to do business like this during wartime.
Wartime.
They're the ones who make sure ships from both sides can travel these waters safely. Not having those persnickety Roman officials around to stick their oars in has been heaven sent for us as well. I very much look forward to your continued patronage. You and me both, pal. And let's not forget to keep our friends from the Sea Force in the loop, too.
On a separate note, Romes, the militia recently informed me that an incident has blocked the highway out of town. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have an important negotiation to attend in that direction?
Well, well, word gets around fast. It's nothing I'm not aware of. In fact, I've already asked the militia for an update on the situation. Shouldn't be long before they report back.
Really now. So what we're doing, since this is a demo, that means we give it the full freshness of a sniff test. Connect local militia headquarters. There's a flyer posted on the bulletin board. Calling all youths, a career in Karnak militia awaits you. Rates at 600 gold per day, dependent on experience. Not a very generous salary. Now what?
Oh, you got a job for us?
Huh?
Huh? Wait a second. Don't tell me. You're here to sign up for the militia, right? Never seen you around before, but I think we're about the same age. The name's Gren. How about you?
He introduced himself as
Adel, huh? Man, oh man, you just gotta enlist. We could really use a guy like you. Wait, what's with the long face?
Hey.
Ugh, is that a deal breaker? It did used to be slightly better for what it's worth. But the mayor slashed our budget in order to keep the militia from being overfunded. When the Balta Sea Force says jump, he asks, how high? It's pathetic enough to drive you to tears.
I think I'll just run up anyway.
You mean it? I knew I liked you for a reason. The only problem is, our commander and the others are out at the moment.
Oh, lovely.
They should be here tomorrow, though, so feel free to swing by again around noon. Call it a hunch, but I've got a feeling you and I are gonna be fast friends. Calling all youths, a career in the Karnak militia awaits you.
Of course. Yeah, poster boy. Adel's more poster boy than Glenn is. Karnak Harbor, Port District.
the red hair?
Chituma? Oh.
Well, here's an unfamiliar face. You must be one of the passengers from the Adamas. Is everything all right? They didn't hurt you, did they?
Sorry for calling to you out of nowhere like that. We each have a child about the same age as you, so our motherly instincts kicked in.
Honestly, who do those Balta hooligans think they are, wreaking havoc left, right, and center? They impose an exorbitant toll on every vessel crossing Obelia Gulf, and plunder anyone who flouts it.
Some ships, like the Adamas, will try and make their way through without drawing attention.
Yes, I'm aware of the
But when they're
flicker
found
that's
out,
going on.
they wind up like Captain LaSalle.
Shame what happened.
That's for sure. Once you're dead, that's it. Nothing else to be done.
Ironically enough, the Balta Sea Force would have escorted them personally had he paid the toll. In that sense, they do their part to maintain order throughout the Gulf, which is why the Roman Empire turns a blind eye. When all is said and done, as long as we live here, those brigands' word is law.
There are far fewer instances of pillaging than before now, so we can only assume this is for the best. Still, it would be nice if our mayor could put his foot down every once in a while.
I pity the man. Having to deal with our complaints and the Sea Force's demands has him between a rock and a hard place.
Well, that's what he signed up for when he took on the job. Anyway, you just be sure to stay out of their line of fire.
Can't promise you that.
Seek me.
Lilia? Reed? Fina?
This way.
Well, at least Adol's not sporting the Soras.
Seek me. Right here.
Hmm?
Find me.
Hmm? Son, wait over there. Right there? I can hear the ocean. A lilac shell. A mysterious shell adorned with distinct decorations. Hopefully, this won't be one of those times that you have to search for every one of these things and then all of a sudden you find a true ending like, oh, don't do that, please. It's a white conch adorned with ornate patterns. Nothing else about it seems particularly unusual, however. Dog. Oh yeah, handles very nicely. Wolf, dog, whatever the hell. The wolf from just now lies still, defeated. Attacked out of nowhere, so I had to be taken down. What was it doing wandering in town to begin with? Why does that remind me so much of Wanderers from East? What the fr... Unbelievable as it is, the wolf's wounds seem to be closing up in no time flat. Down, boy!
Swordsman,
Hmm?
can you hear me?
Hmm? A girl's voice emanates from the shell picked up earlier.
They stole you mana. Enough power. Defeat.
Huh. You can now use skills. Okay, so just like with the last game, right bumper and whatever face button. You know what? No, let's put that right there. Who are you?
I'm sorry. I don't... any details. My name... Leela. Who... are you?
Adol, Christine.
Adol. Search Island. Come find help.
What happened to you?
I have been by the...
Their voice cut out completely. Adol attempted to call to her through the shell several times after, but received no response. With the sun beginning to set, he decided to return to the inn and confer with Dogi and Dr. Flair. Al, are you sure you heard a woman's voice?
So the shell spoke to you. How very curious. As for this mana you mentioned, can we assume it's some form of magic?
See Square Enix.
Well, of course it is. We only just got it a little while ago. That wolf you fought that just wouldn't die has me hung up too. I talked up a storm with the guys down at the docks, but none of them mentioned anything close to that.
It may well be that something is actively unfolding as we speak.
The Balta Sea Force, Mana, an undead wolf, and a girl named Leela. Doesn't seem to tie in with that Sea King's throne we heard about earlier either. It's just mystery after mystery around here.
Just the way I like it.
You know what that means.
Yes. The adventure begins!
Here I always thought adventure was something you had to seek out. But whenever you're around, Adel, it seems to find us instead. Nothing like a little intrigue to spice up a trip. Finding that girl's gonna be a tall order, though. This Gulf's got more islands than you can shake a stick at.
The first step is to gather information. You'll also be in need of a ship.
I'll put my new job down at the harbor to use and poke around for some intel.
As for myself, the Azrat Clinic has hired me on as a temporary physician. I'll see if I can't find someone in town who's willing to lend us a hand.
Sounds like a plan. Let's kick things off first thing tomorrow morning, Adel.
Karnak, Day 2. After breakfast, Delgi and Dr. Flair head out to their respective workplaces. In the meanwhile, Adol decided to wander the village some more until it was time to meet up with the local militia. So apparently they got the affinity down from the last 2 games. I have no idea how long the first chapter is. Well, we can see there's a bestiary. Hello? Going out for a bit? I'm glad I caught you. Our front desk received a letter with your name on it. When did it arrive? Wasn't here last night, so it must have been delivered this morning. Kind of odd timing, don't you think? The seal letter is addressed to Adol Christian. He tore the seal open. I'll be waiting at the town beach. That's all they wrote? There's no sender or listed either. You don't suppose it's just a bank? I think I'll go check it out. You will? Well, just don't bite off more than you could choose. Oh, right. If you excuse me, I haven't heard that he's doing. Our tables could use some fresh decorations, so I'm off to pick some flowers outside of town. Outside town, that's it? Yes, it's right off a well-traveled road, so I'll be okay. You take care too, Otto. There's a short there's still a short while before it's time to meet with the commander of the local militia. That might be a good chance to head for the beach like the letter instructed. You? Are you my mystery pen pal?
Didn't think you'd show up alone. There's something I need to double check. You're probably full of questions, but I'm in no mood to explain.
Okay.
Just think of this as us picking up where we left off yesterday.
Yesterday? Oh. Well, in that case, that Mana?
So you do know of it.
Yeah, Square Enix told me a lot about it. Enemies will perform power attack after emitting a red warning or aura. Note that power attack cannot be defended against through regular guarding or evasion.
I won't hold back this time.
Gotcha! 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 How's that? Gotcha! Gotcha!
How can this be?
What? Gotcha!
Power of mana. How'd you get your hands on it?
It just happened.
You didn't use it back on the Adamas. I could say that much.
I'd all laid everything that had happened out for the raid captainess as plainly as he could.
Mila? Never heard of her. Mana, on the other hand, is my people's concept of a formless power. Imbued in a sword, it brings forth victory. Imbued in a vessel, it grants safe passage. Only those chosen by the All-Father Har are able to wield it.
Odin?
Out of the Sea Force, that list starts and ends with me and my old man.
Sounds like it's pretty unique.
It is. So explain to me why a louse like you...
Hey.
Blood and thunder. Grieger.
They come around here.
Hardly. Most times they skulk around out of sight. Put a Grieger down with just any old weapon, and it'll rise back up again and again, wounds fully healed. Mana is the only thing that can slay him for good. Well, aren't we popular?
I dealt with one. At that moment, Adol and the girl felt a strange sensation come over them. It was as though they knew each other exactly how the other was planning to attack. Their intentions flowed effortlessly between them, conveying their every move without a word.
What was that now.
It's called sync. It's called synergy! Hold right trigger to enter duel mode, in which you can press A to perform joint attacks. Attacking while in duel mode will place you in a dual guard stance, letting you automatically defend against enemies' attack. So it's like chaotics, I see.
What in hell did you just do to us?
That's a good question. That mana too?
It couldn't be. Nothing like this has ever happened with me and my old man.
Square Enix?
At least now I have a good grasp on what I was sent to investigate. We're finished here. So long.
Will I see you again?
Huh? And why should that matter? I'm a Norman. A pirate. One false move, and you might be my next kill. Can't handle that? Then pack your bags and see yourself out of Obelia Gulf.
You can't leave, I'm sorry.
Son of a...
I can't explain why. It just happened, you know? I'm sorry.
Handcuffs? Made of mana? You! What did you pull this time?
I have no clue! That wasn't me either!
Guess not. This mana doesn't seem to be coming from either of us. Stuck tight! Hey, quit gawking and help! This spells trouble for us in more ways than you can count.
I was a monster before.
Or I'm sending you back with one less hand. Got that?
Sure. It's not like I wanted this. Ado and the girl then attempted to use their mana abilities to free themselves. Ultimately, however, the mysterious shackles refused to come off, leaving them at a loss on what to do next.
No luck. Might well be a curse of some kind.
He's no stranger to
I
that.
hate to say it, but my old man's probably the only person we can turn to at this point.
Where is he right now?
Couldn't even begin to guess.
Oh.
What a mess. They call you Adol, right?
Yeah?
We'll have to stick together for a while. Unless you fancy me lopping you off at the wrist.
Happy to come with.
Nothing phases you, does it?
That's right.
My name's Karja. Karja Balta. Daughter of Grimson Balta, Jarl of the Balta Sea Force.
Nice to meet you. I figured that was the case.
Already put two and two together, eh? Well, no time to waste. I'm off to report in at the Balta Sea Force's command post. It's over by the harbor, so don't fall behind.
Okay. She has forcefully joined the party.
Hey, don't stray too far. You've taken enough tumbles for my liking. Wonder if Gunnar knows anything about this. Ugh, why me?
Fine, I'll walk slow because you don't want me to run. You're following me, right? Good. Merciful heavens! What?
Well, it's a pirate princess.
Please forgive us. I don't know where your manners are. Guys. I'm assuming you get this often. Council the territory in the boats of seafloors. What happens on the Adamas was nothing compared to what Karnak saw about a year ago. At the time, we wound up expecting several rival pirates right in front of the townsfolk. We were executed. Executed. You. They acted like this toward me ever since. Like a Belmont. But enough of that. Let's hurry over to the command post. My chaperone get on my case if we're late, and I'd rather not deal with this any longer than I have to. Right, let's open up more of this town.
Hey, Princess. Back already? Who's your +1?
Is Gnar in? I have a report to make.
Yeah, I'll go get him for you.
Not every day you see the princess bringing someone from the straight and narrow.
It's weird.
You her little boy toy now, or what?
You're not.
Wait, for real? Didn't realize you were her type. Actually, now that I think about it, wasn't that swordsman she threw down with on the Adonis also?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, what are you whispering to him about?
Guy talk.
Just making small talk.
Yeah.
I swear.
What seems to be the trouble, Princess?
This here.
Gnar, how many times do I have to tell you to quit calling me that?
Whatever you say, Princess.
Oh? Who might this boy be?
He's the swordsman Grimson told me to look into.
A request from the Jarl. Ah, now I remember. He was a passenger on the Adamas.
Yeah, that's me. Trying to relate everything that occurred on the beach to Gunnar.
I see. So we have here not only a mono wielder, but a pair of mystical shackles. What's more, the latter has rendered you unable to separate from the former.
That better not be a smirk I see.
That's a smirk.
Not at all. This isn't humorous in the least. It is, however, exceptionally unusual. Only the Jarl can make the final call here. Unfortunately, he is currently out at sea on an expedition. We do not expect him back until tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Lara.
And just what am I supposed to do until then?
I don't know.
With all due respect, Princess, I must ask that you spend the remainder of your day here in Karnak.
What? But why?
Well, why not?
It wouldn't do to have a non-shield brother accompanying us, for one thing.
Not like
This
I
may
asked for
even be
this.
to your benefit from a certain perspective. What better chance to familiarize yourself with how those under our rule live and think? I believe you're at an age now where such matters ought to be considered.
Remember Altogo?
There.
Not to mention, it is possible for this turn of events to be grossly misconstrued.
In what way?
There are those who would be only too pleased to regard this as a scandalous affair on your part. We have no need to voluntarily provide them with issues to raise at the Thingstead.
message?
Adol, was it? My apologies for giving you a fright on the Adamas. I am Gunnar, War Chief of the Baltus Sea Force.
You know what? Yoroshiku. Onegaishimasu.
I'm recalling you correctly then. Your battles aboard the Adamas were very impressive. No doubt you have many thoughts on the subject, but collaboration is a must if you want any hope of resolving this.
C7 and 8.
We Normans have our ways, some of which may run counter to your own. Nevertheless, I would ask that you work in concert with her and us until we manage to set you two free.
Yeah. Who am I to argue for War Chief?
Good. I appreciate the understanding. I will notify you as soon as the Jarl returns, Princess. Until then, travel with Adol and mind what he says.
Don't you have that backwards, Gunnar? Why are you so trusting of him anyway?
It's the red hair.
That you feel the need to ask is all the more reason to make use of this opportunity. The boy is, if nothing else, accustomed to travel. I expect he will be very accommodating. I had best return to my duties. Take care. I leave the rest to you, Adol.
Thanks, man. We'll be seeing each other soon, man. Thanks. I can't believe I'm stuck with a redhead child. I'm only 17. It's like, I'm only 17, don't worry about it. Don't worry your pretty little lopsided head about it. What did you just say? Nothing, ma'am. Spend the rest of my day in Karnak, huh? I admit, it's true I never had a chance to before. Turns out your crew has some good eggs. You referring to Gunnar? And hold on, why does it feel like you're talking down at me all of a sudden? I'm not. The pirate princess? Yeah, the two of us are moving as one for now. Anything on your agenda? I promise to meet with the local militia. The local militia? What? Do you plan on letting them a hand? Mind tagging along? Gunnar made it pretty clear that I have to. My personal preferences don't make much of a difference. Okay then. What? Not only does the pirate princess stick out like a sore thumb, the sight of her frightens the townsfolk out of their wits. Maybe taking Carter straight to militia's headquarters isn't the best idea. What? You got a problem? Spit it out. Let's get you some new clothes. What? Are you daft in the head? So what if I fought a few wolves? I barely came out any dirtier for it. Besides, where would you even find a new outfit for me to change into? It's hard to think of someone who'd be willing to help out a Norman. Adol? I've already stopped by the militia. I'm just on my way back from a house call myself. Never went, sir. Say, aren't you that girl from the Adamas? It would seem the two of you are in a pinch. May I ask what the issue is? So he told Dr. Flair, everything that happened. Sadly, it didn't take long for you to get into the thick of things. I didn't ask for this. That said, I do have someone in mind who might be of assistance. Would you mind introducing us? Not at all. In fact, you can come meet her this very minute if you'd like. There's Bjork. The one showing. She's right over at Asrad Clinic. Oh, right there.
So, this is the Asrad Clinic. Some of our crew's been treated here. They do a good job, as far as I can tell.
Who is it? I'll be there in just a moment. Oh, Dr. Flair. Welcome back. Sorry again for putting you up to that house call. It should have been my father checking in with Mr. Evelees.
Now, don't give it another thought. Actually, I stopped by to ask a rather, shall we say, convoluted favor of you, Mirabelle.
Why, of course. What is it? Would it happen to have anything to do with the local celebrity standing behind you?
Yes, she is the crux of the matter, in fact.
They give Maribel a bare-bones rundown of the situation. And they request her help with procuring Carja some less conspicuous attire to wear around town.
Well, I can certainly see why that'd be a problem.
You're wearing a mask too?
It just so happens that we've been collecting used clothing as part of our volunteer efforts. There might be something in there that'll fit you, Princess. Is something the matter?
No, it's just... you don't seem to be all that afraid of me.
Our clinic has a policy of helping all those who are sick, injured, or otherwise in need. That goes for everyone, be they a Roman, a Spaniard, or Norman. And besides, in your case, I would be more than happy to help. Give me just a moment, please. There we are. Alrighty, step right in.
I still don't see the problem with what I'm in now.
Oh, you'll be fine.
This goes on the outside. You just put it on, like so.
Hold it! I am a Norman warrior. How am I meant to keep an even keel in that flimsy getup?
Oh, boy. It's okay.
There's no need for that. Mirabelle can handle this just fine. Let's wait and see how things turn out.
Okay.
You may be right that these clothes aren't as sturdy in comparison. But, odd as it sounds, the right apparel at the right time and place can hold more power than you realize.
See Kunio-kun.
Much like your mana, in fact.
Huh?
Clothing that suits the occasion can do wonders for your courage and confidence. For example, donning this nurse uniform fills me with pride and peace of mind. The outfit you're currently in has a similar effect on you, doesn't it, Princess? You've been told to spend the entirety of today here in Karnak. I'm positive the memories these garments hold will give you the strength to do just that. What one wears during life's biggest moments can serve as a memory in and of itself.
So that's how you people see it. Fine then. One change of clothes won't kill me. Your words won me over. Even if that bit about memories went over my head.
I knew you'd come around.
See? What did I say?
force to be reckoned with.
Indeed. Mirabelle is quite impressive for someone her age. I heard she even has a knack for getting all the children to drink their medicine, no matter how bitter.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
The time has come for the grand reveal. From fearsome pirate princess to cute as a button, I present to you Karja.
You call this cute? Drafty, more like.
It's good on you.
Huh. You really think so? Actually, now that I'm wearing it, this is a lot more mobility than I thought it would.
Consider me astounded. You're a miracle worker, Mirabelle.
Not even I thought it would go this well.
On that note, it's nearly time for you two to meet with the militia, isn't it? You should probably be on your way, Adol.
Yeah, I should do. Changing outfits has been unlocked. See, I can walk slowly and like not feel like one frame at a time. Please walk smoothly, you know, like the way you're supposed to walk when you're walking slow. And all I'm doing is just easing on the left stick. That's all I'm doing.
The sea breeze feels better than ever. Wonder if that's thanks to this getup. Still needs some breaking in. It's not half bad. Don't think that means I'm giddy about it, though. If I catch you leering, you're dead.
I want you to leer at me.
Why is the militia all gathered up like that? Well, just hurry up and finish whatever it is you need to do.
For some reason. Oh, never mind.
And you're absolutely sure they were dead?
No doubt about it, sir. We dealt the fatal blows ourselves. It all happened so quickly. We looked away for only a second when...
Battle! You showed up just like you said you would. Wait, who's the girl?
My partner knows, you could say.
Oh yeah? Does that mean she's gonna be joining the militia too?
Huh? Why would I ever do that?
Just go for it.
So, no, huh? Anyway, thanks for making the trip over and all, but we're actually pretty swamped at the moment.
Something happened?
Yeah, it's almost too weird to be true. Some pedestrians were attacked by a pack of wolves on the highway outside town this morning. Our guys from the militia made sure to stamp them out for good. But the minute they took their eyes off the bodies, a whole bunch of them disappeared.
Maybe a bear came by and snatched up its next few meals?
Whisking that many dead wolves away in the few moments no one was looking? Sounds kind of far-fetched. The most likely answer is that they were never actually finished off. But, I don't know.
Isn't that man...
So it's possible these wolves escaped with their injuries and are still lurking along the road. Yet despite that, the blockade was lifted, allowing several civilians to exit onto the highway. Do I have that correct, Commander Gulliver?
That's about the long and short of it, yeah. But no matter how you spin it, there's just too much about this case that doesn't add up.
That's unusually glib coming from you. I understand the desire to stick up for your men, but remember whose shoulders the blame falls on should the worst occur. Now get moving. There are travelers on that highway who need protecting, our citizens included.
Hey! I've just about had it with your selective hearing.
It was instantly the mayor.
Commander Gulliver and the rest of the militia made every effort to kill those wolves and keep the roads blocked. But there's only so much we can do when we're constantly understaffed. The whole squad's exhausted. Each of us barely gets any time off. And it's all because you caved into the Normans and slashed our budget!
Oof.
That's enough, Grin.
But, Commander!
That's enough.
The mayor's right. Keeping the people safe is what matters most right now. We're in a race against time. I'm going to need every able-bodied member on deck.
Yes, sir!
My men and I will move out straight away, Mayor Clement. We'll report back as soon as we can.
See that you do.
All right, let's get the show on the road.
Sorry, Adel. Duty's calling. If you're still interested in signing up, drop by again after things cool down a bit.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Great. Catch you then.
Watch your ass. Alright, if you'll excuse me, I have an errand that needs to me. Our tables could use fresh decorations, so I'm off to pick some flowers outside of town. They can't handle this alone.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Probably not. Don't tell me you're bent on helping.
My job.
Have it your way. So the militia headed for the Hagen Highway, huh? We can get there by circling back past the clinic. You want to follow them? Then hurry it up.
Oh, no problem. Actually, we're just opening up the town this way. Upon approaching the stone stair, warm mana settles over Adol. Here's a healing stone. Mana wielders can use them to recover their strength. We should return here if we're in a pinch. Checkpoint! Discover healing stones and explored areas will be logged on the map, which can be viewed by pressing left D-pad.
Should be a good spot to rest.
Can't beat me! How's that?
amazing how long this takes. Let's see.
I don't believe it. Every time we knock one down, it just gets back up again. Commander, what the hell are we dealing with here?
Couldn't tell you. But I've got a pretty good idea of why all that carrion went missing now.
Damn it all!
Adol?
Yo,
No! You need to fall back! Now! These things can't be!
they went poof.
No way!
What in the world is going on here?
Yes.
Mana, you say? I did hear that a handful of Normans had mysterious powers at their disposal.
And you're saying that seashell there gave you the ability to use them?
That's ridiculous! You can't expect us to actually believe this!
Well, it saved your asses, didn't it?
And knee slide! God Almighty, Leela Almighty, Adol Almighty!
What?
I beseech thee, grant me thy strength! Ah, crap. No dice, huh?
What?
Not a speck of shame in this one.
Nope, not at all.
Well, Commander, now that we know the whole story, let's ask Adol and his lady friend to save the townsfolk in our place.
What?
Yes.
Come off it, Gran. These two aren't part of the militia. Heck, they're practically still kids.
The mayor chewed us out enough when you first joined up. Imagine how he'd react to this.
Well, I'm not hearing any other bright ideas. We already know we can't take down those wolves ourselves. And there's more where they came from. What about all the people still out on the highway?
Well...
Besides, Commander, Adol here's the guy I told you about yesterday. The one who wanted to sign up with us.
Is that right?
I'm that dude. We'll take care of this.
It's Adol and Karja, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hate to put you out, but we're gonna need you to rescue the townsfolk in our place.
Far above. If you're that set on this, then let's make it quick.
Go.
Oh, right. Take this with you.
A heal potion. Restores 40% HP. Missing that. Slightly restores stamina. Leaves an empty bottle.
Let me know if you run out, and I'll top you off. Try not to get too in over your heads. We'll come back you up once we're finished tending to the wounded. Best of luck to you.
Yep. So it tells you about recovery items. Enduring power attacks. Power attacks indicated by red auras can be guarded while in duo mode.
Found some already.
What's the big idea? Blocking the road. Don't you have any idea how vital today's negotiations are?
I don't think they care, sir.
You do realize that they don't understand human speech, right, Dad? Anyway, I'm more worried about whether the others managed to get away safely. I can't put my finger on it, but something about these wolves gives me a bad feeling.
Hard to imagine feeling good about a wild animal attack, son. Anyone, man or beast, who gets in the way of our business is evil incarnate from head to toe.
Sure.
Once the militia gets here, I'll have these mutts turned into fur coats and sold for a profit.
I'm sure you would, sir. Hi.
Who are you two?
Oh, folks from the militia. A bit on the young side, but I won't complain. Gotcha! Whoa!
Incredible. Looks like I was right to think those wolves were out of the ordinary.
So much for those fur coats.
Priorities, Dad?
Shoot, good call.
Yes.
How would you two like a job escorting us to our destination? I'm Romess of Carpent Trading, by the way.
Nomess Carpent. You're that big money merchant from Karnak.
Well, what do you say? I can pay double the militia's rates if you get me to my business meeting on time.
That's pretty tempting.
You bet your bottom G it is.
What?
Cruz, hurry and draft up a contract.
No can do, Dad.
Why not?
Because those wolves just now weren't the last of them. What about everybody who ran off ahead of us? Are you really so short-sighted that you'll throw away every scrap of trust the town has in you just to close a deal?
Who wants to seal the deal that
Credibility
bad?
is the most important commodity a merchant can have. It was you who taught me that.
Way to go, me. I always did have a way with words.
Well, that settles that. You're free to go help the others. We'll make the sensible choice and return to Karnak.
Sure are cool under pressure. Road back should be second.
Much appreciated. You two be careful, okay?
A perfect guard is pressing right trigger at the right time.
Over there!
This could be trouble. If the rumors are true, these things are immortal.
Then what are we supposed to do?
Well, the only option is to use one of us as bait. Just kidding. Don't worry, I'm not that cold-blooded.
I'm gonna use
Not
myself
as soon as I
fake.
give you the signal.
Wait! I never agreed to anything!
Huh?
Hi.
Who are you guys?
Let us take care of this.
We're saved?
Wow! Way to go, you two. The name's Rafe. This little fella is Ashley. I've heard those things were unkillable. Was it that weird power of yours that did them in?
Come on.
That's what I thought. Except you don't look anything like a Norman.
I'm not.
Can't say the same for her, though.
Now's not the time to start picking nits.
Yeah, really.
So, what are you doing out here anyway?
I just came out to pick some wild plants and stuff.
The kid lives on his own. Apparently, he does this every so often to earn some extra money for food. He's not short on guts, at least. I'm sure Rosa or the priest would have been happy to help if he'd asked them straight up.
Oh, stuff it. I can't stand anybody from town. And that includes you, Rafe. You're the one who went on about there being a lot of beasts around these days, before inviting yourself along.
And thanks to that, you didn't walk straight into their stomachs. Would it kill you to be a little less prickly with me? I mean, you get along just fine with that little girl over at the lighthouse.
Oh.
Not really. Sometimes she gives me gifts and I return the favor. That's all. I do wonder if Sasha's alright, though.
You should both hurt back to them.
Good call. Better than waiting for more wolves to gather. Come on, Ashley. Let's get to stepping.
You don't have to tell me twice.
We'll both check, don't worry. So that means I can actually heal. The game must let you know you must heal.
Another one.
Down that way!
Don't have to tell me twice.
You impertinent brutes! Don't you come any closer! Do you even realize who you're dealing with?
I don't think they care, man.
This can't be the end. Is there no one? Anyone who will save me?
Quit screaming and hollering before you rile them up even more.
My pleas are answered.
Alright.
How's that? How's that? How sluggish can you be? You should have sprung to my aid the moment you spotted me.
You're welcome.
Excuse me? You got some nerve taking an attitude with the people who bailed you out. You're real gussied up. Doesn't seem like you're from around these parts, though.
Yeah, you seem so nouverish.
What concern is that of yours, pray tell?
Take a moment to cool off, ma'am.
You're right. Being ambushed by those creatures has me all of a dither. Oh, goodness. I truly am a pampered, spoiled thing, aren't I?
No shit!
What in hell is she mumbling about?
My name is Millette. I am a traveler passing through. Ahem. Forgive my lapse in manners. As it happens,
I have a request to make of ones so capable as yourselves.
God, this
You
show's so
see,
forced.
I am rather eager to continue down this highway to the next town over.
I feel this
But
is so
those
scripted.
peculiar wolves litter the path ahead. Might I request that you dispatch them and ensure my safe passage?
Hang on. You're not about to tell us there's even more people farther up the road, are you?
Not at all. There were no signs of anyone save for myself.
You mind turning to town then?
Aye. You're better off calling it quits for now, given the situation. Take the path we came here on. The local militia will be there to protect you.
It would seem there's no insisting otherwise. Very well. I shall do as you suggest.
Don't give me that look.
That scream just now. I think it came from over there.
We're just gonna call this Is 10 Episode 0. Wolves get inside?
If so, it'd be a first. That's Pharaoh's lighthouse. Any vessel traversing these waters depends on it. I think the man who tends the place is living there with his kid.
How's that?
Go time, Karja!
How's that? How's that?
Oh yeah, that'll work. Fast travel. You can travel instantly to travel points discovered at Humestones and other locations via map making.
Get away from there at once! Blast. There's no time to lose. Those girls are in danger! Who are you two?
Stay back. This won't take us long.
Durability. Some enemies have a durability meter on top of their HP gauge. Such enemies cannot be damaged until their durability is depleted.
How's that?
Thank you for coming to my rescue. Aren't you that same lad from Luceveri's place?
Yep, same one.
Oh, never mind that. I could really use your help right now.
Everybody does. Something happened?
I should say so. The lighthouse has been overrun by beasts. Not only is my daughter still inside, but Rosalind too. She had merely come by to pick some flowers.
Rosalind? That the girl whose family runs the inn?
Yep.
Please, save them. I beg of you.
We'll make our way in, but whether they die or survive is up to them. Living is a choice, one those two have to make on their own.
You should get a move on.
I hear you. Let's go.
This must be living quarters. Doesn't seem like anyone's upstairs. I wager they fled through that door. Time to lose. Right. If you've never played an NIS game before, something on your mind? Well, kind of. An idea just came to me, and I want to give it a whirl. Won't take long, so just let me hear your say. Switching.
Switch! Something's here. Gotta be strong to survive.
Monies!
Switch! How's that?
Well, I mean, you know, I like how they're just bringing everything slowly together for you. Nordics Spinner. An ancient treasure that spins a mysterious thread. Grants mana action. The antique obtained earlier, the Nordics spindle, begins to glow. You can now use the action Mana String. It's like the Crimson Line. See? It's like the Crimson Line from 9. Press LT when the reticle is displayed to activate Mana String, releasing a thread of mana that lets you swing to faraway footholds. Use Mana String on enemies that allow you to close the distance on them in a flash.
Woohoo! Now this I like. Let's keep up the pace. How's that? Defenses look pretty sturdy.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Let's crack at it first. How's that? Under the switch. Serves you right.
Here goes!
Oh.
Here goes!
Switch!
So Well, I can do bionic commando with this. Okay.
Here I go.
I'm not really an X user. But I don't mind.
Switch!
There they are. Can we even make it in time?
It should be a good spot to rest.
Everything's going to be fine, Sash. Someone will be here to rescue us any moment now.
Like right about now?
Don't come any closer, you bully! Leave Rosalind alone! Pick on someone your own size!
Well, like you.
Sash! Adel?
Get yourself to safety.
Right! Who are you?
Name's Karja. You did good, kid. Now stay back and watch us finish the job.
Okay.
A new a visionary skill that draws up the duo's combined power wells up through the shackles. Double smash! Did you feel that? Open the skill menu. I think we can work with this. Let's give it a shot, Adel. Dual skills. Press the face buttons while in dual mode, and have Adel and Karja use unleash powerful dual skills.
Go time, Karja! Shatter to this! It broke through! Switch!
Full slash! Should we call that cross strike?
Wow. What in the world? That beast was anything but normal.
So is this game.
Hey!
Daddy!
Sash! Thank the stars! You're not hurt, are you?
Oh, Daddy! I was so scared! Oh, Sash.
You did good, kid. You did good.
We saw how you tackled that thing, Adel. You two were awesome with a capital A.
My man.
Right, Commander? I told you he knows his stuff.
That he does. Even without that strange power, his swordsmanship goes beyond his years.
Well, I am a god.
He and the young lady here were so in sync, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me.
It's because of you both that Rosalind and my little girl came out unharmed. I can't possibly thank you enough.
The other travelers who were along the highway are fine as well, save for a few minor injuries.
Good, good.
Adel, Karsha, you've got our gratitude.
Grin.
Rosa, I didn't even realize you left town. It's a good thing you're okay, though. I don't think your folks could take it if something happened to you, too. Oh, right. Me and Rosa here have been friends since we were little. So I owe you for saving her, too. Thanks a million.
Adel, just what were those creatures?
That's something we're still trying to get a handle on ourselves. But let's hold off on it until we get back to Karnak. Might be a good idea to fill the mayor in on the situation and hash things out ASAP.
Hashing things out to a sap. Ouch! Hurts, does it? Looks like a minor sprain. I want to keep in place and avoid rigorous activity for about 3 days or so. I understand. Thank you, Dr. Osrand. Man, we sure are lucky to have Dr. Flair here to lighten the load. He knows your hobby, Doc, but would it kill you to tell Mira where you're headed next time you go fishing? I'll consider it. What about the adults? How are they doing? Undead beast! Just how gullible do you think I am? Say what you will, but multiple people on the highway witnessed the very same thing. That's not enough to convince you. Just ask our heroes of the hour here. As a matter of fact, we've been getting a slew of peculiar beast reports these past several days. Group this incident up with them. A lot of these pieces start fitting together. Highway safe again for the moment, courtesy of Adon and Karja here. But even if the case is under control, that doesn't mean we're in the clear. We plan to rise at the crack of dawn tomorrow and look into where these creatures are coming from. Very well, you do that. Adon Karja was it, as Mayor Karnak, allow me to express my gratitude. You've done us a great service. Still, there's no one else aside from them who can deal with those fiends. These two are travelers, practically children at that. I'll tell you this much, my men and I don't stand a chance. Balto Sifos Ajao might be a different story. Word is he has some kind of mystical power on her. Crazy, eh? It may place us even further in his debt, but we better meet with the man and inform formalist. Forgive the intrusion, Dr. Osrod. I'll be seeing myself out now. There are quite a few wounded to tend to, so I appreciate if you could remain in your clinic for the time being. Right, sure thing. Samir, remind me to ask him how those bolts of brutes taste. Now, Gran, don't you start bad-mouthing him again. I'm sure Amir is struggling with more than we could ever hope to understand. To the pickers, I mean. Hey, Curse, it's good night. This likely won't be the last time we ask for your help out. Expect to hear from us again tomorrow. Roger that, sir. Hold it. Tomorrow's no good. Oh, what? Do you have other... that you already have other plans? We're the ones asking the favor here, so it goes without saying that we'll work around your schedule. But if emergency does come up, there isn't really anyone else we can turn to. Graydon, you take Rosalind and escort her home. I already let Renee and Corinne know what happened, but you know how they like to work. Got it, Commander. With that, we'll just be taking our leave. Excuse us, Mirabelle. By all means, have a restful evening. This day can't end soon enough. How about the demo? Guess we better be on our way too. Right. Arno, Kaja, thank you for everything today. I hope you let me return the favor sometime. I'd like to know how long this demo really is. Seriously, I really would like to know how long this demo is. Alright, ready to head back to the inn? Sure, you don't need to go home. That's a joke, or did you actually forget we're shackled together? Hello over there! Hi. Huh? Damn it. You're those folks from the lighthouse. It would seem I neglected to introduce myself earlier. I'm Lux, lighthouse keeper. Your timely aid truly was appreciated. I shudder to think what would have become of us without it. And thanks, Kaja. Your chocolate monster are good. You're so cool. You're a lot less scared now. Yep. You know, that rock you threw us, you threw gave us just the opening we needed. You survived because you made the choice to live. So really, you saved yourself. I just hope that love, that's all. Oh, okay. See that red hair blowing that blonde girl over there? I
hear they rescued Miss Carpenter's son.
The dang deeds have the town's wound mills running at full speed. Were it not for you, the casualties surely would have been greater than they were. For that, you have our gratitude once more. I'm just glad we made it back. I'm just glad we made it in time. That makes 3 of us. We owe you our lives. Still, I'm hesitant to return to the lighthouse so soon after all that's transpired. So, for the time being, I intend to have us lodge with the Hirgriff Church. 9. I suppose we ought to get going before Sasha falls asleep on her feet. Till next we meet. Guess that means Lighthouse is staying dark for the night. Anyway, I'd say we earn ourselves a good meal. Let's head back to the inn.
What a long day. Can't wait to chow down back at the inn. Wait, do they even have any empty rooms? Then again, these cuffs will probably... We can worry about that later. Let's focus on getting some grub for now.
Yeah, I'm restarting my phone. One because it randomly has no service sometimes. It's a T-Mobile phone. Over here, Adel! Guys at Duck say you've been doing a lot of moon shaking. Kinda wish you brought me along to lend a fist or two, but there ain't no hard feelings. Now get over here and tell me all about it. That explains things. I was wondering why you've been butting up this whole time. But damn. Sounds like a hell of a lot to go through in just one day. Starting to realize that Venture loves you just as much as you love it.
Adventure. That's his excuse for dragging me into this.
Let's just say it's more Destiny's doing than his. Those undead beasts are some real food for thought. And the fact that only you two can take them down for good just makes things trickier. The hell they now? Anyway.
My people call him Grigir.
Grigir? Wait. Back up set. You saying, Norman, you know about those things the whole time?
Only in that every so often we come across a peculiar beast that refused to die. You ever heard anything about him turning up in Pakistan?
Well, you're gonna be meeting with the Bolter's head honcho tomorrow, right? Hopefully he can tell you more about them, not to mention those invisible cuffs you got on.
I wouldn't be so sure, knowing the way he is. Excuse me? I hate to interrupt your conversation, but Otto and Karja have a visitor waiting outside for them. A visitor?
Heyo! Short time no see!
Almost too short.
me off the hook till tomorrow.
Oh, this hasn't got anything to do with the militia.
Oh.
I know it's a little last minute, but after talking stuff out, we decided to throw you to a welcome party, starting now.
A welcome party? For us?
Don't mind him, Karja.
After what happened in 9,
Really,
he's
it's
welcome
more that
to
we
it.
want to repay you for everything you did earlier. All of us are around the same age, so we hope to sit you down for a chat and see where it goes.
I'll just come out and say it. Long story short, we want to be friends with you guys.
Friends?
Thought we already were. Yeah. Sounds too good to pass up.
Oh, for the love of... Fine, I'll go. Happy?
Well,
I promise you won't regret it.
That settles that. We'll lead the way.
Edo and Karja popped into the tavern for a moment to let Dogi know that they'll be out for a while. Soon after, they reconvened with Gren and Rosalind, who led them into the night and toward the harbor. After passing through streets, still lined up with bustling stalls despite the late hour, the four arrived at a less frequented corner of town. Again, this is what you call a demo right here. I'm already in 2 hours with this thing.
Didn't this area used to be a shipyard?
Huh. I'm surprised you know about that.
Oh, we're getting everything in this demo. Sandras.
Sandras.
It's the story of this old wolf.
They say she's due to be scrapped, but she's been sitting here as long as I can remember.
Right this way, you two.
They say this has ship combat.
What's all this?
I'm glad you asked. Welcome to the secret headquarters of the Karnak Free Youth Brigade.
Ugh. Are you really still set on that whole youth brigade thing?
You never change, Gren. By which I mean never learn or grow up. Typical Gren the goofball. Oh yeah? You want to say that again to my fist?
Now, break it up, boys. Is this any way to act in front of our guests?
Wait, you're... Actually, now that I get a good look, this room's full of familiar faces.
Been friends for long?
I'll say. All of us were born and raised here in Karnak, so we grew up alongside each other. This place has been our usual gathering spot ever since we were little. I'm a bit older than the others, though, so it's been some time since my last visit.
So yeah, we still get together here every now and then.
The two of you wound up our main topic of discussion today after everything that's happened.
No sooner did we consider inviting you over than Gren the goofball here bolted out the door. Sorry for letting him off his leash. I'll bet he's pestered you half to death by now. Keep calling me a goofball, and I might actually go brain dead. Then what'll you do? No worries there. Your brain's been fried since the minute you came out the womb.
Oh!
We really are sorry about the trouble. Still, there are a lot of things I'd like to ask you two about.
Like,
We may be in the same age group, but there's a certain aura of mystique around you.
I couldn't agree more. Would you mind going into detail about that power you used to save us?
I get the sense everyone here is trying to make you feel welcome in their own little way. You're not obliged to humor us, of course, though I suppose you wouldn't have come along at all if you were against it.
Very well.
Don't forget, the less these people know about my background, the better. I'll let you take the reins here.
so try not to slip up.
Well, no need to be shy. Have a seat over here and make yourselves comfortable.
You travel around in search of adventure?
Yep.
Get out of here! That's flippin' awesome!
Now I can see why you were so excited about the story of the Sea King's throne back at the inn.
Oh,
And everything you know about sword fighting is self-taught? Man, the life you must have led.
And at only 17, too. That makes you the same age as Rafe.
Cruz and I are 16, just 1 year younger.
And Gren here finally got his dream job with the militia after turning 18, right?
Technically, he's still in training on account of all the trouble he stirs up.
That sounds about right. Wouldn't be Gren otherwise.
Ah, cram it. I forget, though. How old are you, Mira?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Might want to walk it back, or your next trip to the clinic might land you in the morgue.
Point taken.
That reminds me, Rafe. How's working away from home been? You got a living position at the mines in the countryside, right?
Yeah, I've gotten used to it, more or less. Plus, the pay's decent enough. Anything to help my mom out, you know?
Rafe.
Bet you don't get much free time either, Cruz, now that you're helping the family business. Guessing you gave up your goal of being a shipwright?
I may as well have. That's just the way it goes. It was only ever a childhood fantasy anyway. How are things in the militia, Gren? Commander Gulliver seems pretty put together, at least.
It's fulfilling work, sure, but the commander's got less of a backbone than you would think. And by now, our rock-bottom pay is a joke everybody's in on. Can't do much about that except complain to your old man.
All that extra money from downsizing the militia's staff and budget goes towards the Balta Sea Force's protection fee. It was the mayor who made the choice to take that huge chunk out of your funding.
Hey, Gran, was it? Am I connecting the dots right about your dad here?
Whoops. Did I forget to mention? Sucks to say, but yeah. The guy you talked to at the clinic, Mayor Clement, I'm his son. It's ironic. I joined the militia as a way to stand on my own 2 feet, and my dad still finds a way to give me grief.
Grief is kind of a strong word there, bud.
Oh, sorry. I should know better than that.
All right, you three. You're starting to talk like our regulars over at the tavern.
Ooh, that bad, huh?
We did sound about 3 times older just now.
So, how'd you find yourself in these parts, Adol?
Walk down from up north.
Up north?
Oh, now. You're not about to tell us you're actually a Norman, are you?
He wouldn't have come on foot if that were the case.
I was told you met Dogie and Dr. Flair during your travels.
Yeah? So how does Karja fit into the picture?
Me? Well, I am a Norman. Hell. Well, I think the Norman people come in all different strokes these days.
That's true. Just look at how amicable Einar is. Besides, Karja had a hand in saving us, so...
Hold that thought.
What's got you worked up all of a sudden?
I hear shouting. And that's not all.
The hell?
Who could that be?
Gren! Gren! Are you in there?
Pops? Is that you?
Keep the door shut and listen to me. Under no circumstances are any of you to leave that room.
What? Why not?
Night of the Living Dead?
Crap. It won't open. Pops? Pops!
What's going on out there?
Sounds like screaming. And cannon fire.
It's... gone quiet.
Shit! Hey! Answer me, damn you!
Waiting around in here won't do us any good. We gotta see what happened for ourselves.
Damn it, Pops, are you crazy? Say something, will you? Stuck tight. Give me a hand, you guys. Sure. And I'll encourage you to help Gren force the door open.
Can't be. But why?
Shit!
Gren, wait!
Dumbass.
We need to hurry after him.
The rest of us are probably better off hanging back for now.
Aye. You stay put. There's no telling who we're up against, Adam. But chances are this is a raid. Let's go check on the command post.
Rest screen. Posing an incapacitated ally holding X will grant them half your HP, reviving them.
Rieger? Now of all times? Out of my way!
How's that? Here goes! How's that? How's that?
Fire's gotten this far?
How's that?
Yeah, we're going through all of whatever this demo is just giving us.
How's that? Here goes!
Can't get through this way. Let's find another path.
How's that?
What in Har's name is going on?
Stronger the better. How's that? How's that?
Here too? Gunnar should have left by now. But there's not a single lookout to be seen.
was for Townsville.
I heard him screaming earlier, so where'd they get to? There are Grieger all over, too. This is starting to feel less and less like your typical raid. Doesn't seem like Ren's in the area either. Let's take our search elsewhere. Ren! Where are you? Answer me! Skeeter, what happened to everyone?
Well, I found Gren.
Crap! Not these things again!
Look before you leap next time.
Sorry, I just...
Oh? What have we here?
A woman?
Antagonist?
Fall back! It isn't safe!
You found some stragglers, did you? A shame they aren't quite what we're looking for.
What?
Was this your handiwork?
Why, yes. What faster way to deal with vermin than smoking them out? And yet our target remains undiscovered. How terribly vexing.
The hell are you on about?
You there, redhead. Unlike the other inhabitants, you seem rather intriguing. Still, a miss is a miss. You'll simply have to serve me in other ways.
I'm good, thanks.
Oh?
There's something off about you.
It healed! Doesn't that make her...
A Grieger. In human form?
So this town was raided by Grieger.
No way to know if they're behind it all, but they damn sure played a part.
Well, aren't we a vexatiously spirited bunch? Perhaps a little roughing up is in order before I bring you to heel.
I don't think so, man.
Here they come!
What say I teach you some discipline, my son?
Here goes!
He got me. That's quite enough.
traitor! This witch.
Може dat.
You're too sure you've got this? If only I hadn't run off all half-cocked.
Yeah, that would have helped.
What's this? My wounds aren't healing? Don't tell me you two are the ones he was talking about.
Ooh.
There. Another scar for the road.
Yeah, one to grow on.
This can't be. You lowly human filth. You're the Dorson, am not your canvas.
She's painting you up nice and good, though.
Never have I been so vexed! Wretched girl, don't think yourself more than a blustering mongrel!
Takes one to know one, bitch.
Come, my minions!
What the hell are these guys?
Trouble.
Rager! All of them!
Shred her face into a miserable pile of flesh! That wench will know humiliation!
We're on our last legs. Adel!
After 2.5 hours, what just happened? Did we survive in 8 again? Kaja! No response. Brandon's nowhere to be found either. In fact, no one seems to be around at all. Bionic arm. White pickers.
Here goes! How's that? How's that?
I mean, the bionic arm method takes a bit getting used to.
Here goes! How's that? Here goes! Here goes! Here goes! How's that?
Well, I'm at the top of the hill, so now what?
Let's catch our breath.
No man's plowing a field. Da-da-da.
Oh? I should be asking the same of you. It's been quite some time since this island had a visitor. Or perhaps I should say that those who come to visit are never quite aware of it. I see. A pleasure to make your acquaintance at all. Welcome to Viewpoint Isle, the site of my solitary existence for forever and a day now.
Oh. Viewpoint Isle.
Long have I been waiting upon this island. So long, in fact, that in time I have forgotten to what end I do so. Even my own name has escaped me.
They call me the Owl now.
But be that as it may, all I can do now is remain patient.
They call me Gandalf.
You, on the other hand, appear to have elsewhere to return.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I wish you all the best.
What do you mean Nino Cooney needs me? I'm gonna work. Oh, shit. You know, when a demo goes this long,
Hey, Adol!
and this happens,
This is no time to be spacing out!
yeah, this has my utmost respect.
You okay?
Yeah. My own sense is that at some point, his encourages mana have been infused with new strength. Dual mode has been enhanced, unlocking Revenge Gauge. Fire attack against enemy attack while in dual mode will fill the Revenge Gauge. Holding right trigger and pressing any face buttons to activate a dual skill with a full Revenge Gauge will enhance skill powers by the multiplier displayed on the gauge.
Slay them at once! What was that power just now?
I don't get the feeling that he just had a new encounter in a mysterious place. He fails to recall anything about it.
as if his mind's clouded by fog. We're not in Salsetta yet.
Forget it! This is our chance to break through their ranks. Move out!
Right!
No pity, no mercy, no forgiveness! They think this is over. Evie, to me!
That's one big ass Pokemon. Oh, wait.
I don't care how many limbs you have to tear off. Seize those gutter snipes and drag them back before my feet!
Let's hide out at the old shipyard for now. We can flee town from there.
Yeah, Rosa and them are waiting on us. Holy... What's with that walking mountain?
Another Greeker?
Adol, there's a shortcut to the shipyard over this way.
Yeah, ain't no way in the world, but... Yeah, we ain't gonna fight that thing. No. Nope. Nope. No, no, no. Run away without getting caught by Edie.
Adol! Gren, hurry!
The road's blocked! Squish!
Let's break through!
The hell's that musclehead's problem?
Either keep running or die wondering. Eat this!
Now it's barrels?
This way! The bridge! Get this done!
Yep!
He caught up to us!
We'll have to fight our way past!
Can't let your guard down with this one.
Push him back, all the way back.
Nope.
The hideout's down this way!
We'll slide to the bottom!
A fallen tree? Grapple over it!
Oh! Skill with the invisible upon activation trait will grant a short. Whoa!
Stop!
Hammer chop.
They're already here? Then where did everyone else go? Shh.
Hey, anything turn up? Nah, not a soul left to be found.
Am I crazy, or are those things talking?
These humanoid Gregor might be a nastier threat than we realized.
Those brats from earlier must have been the only ones hiding out then. Oh yeah? And where are they now? I brought them along with. All humans are to be presented to Lady Earth.
Hmm?
They were captured?
Stay calm, then.
Stay calm? Our friends are in danger and you want me to stay calm?
Yeah.
Screw that! I'll leave them alone if I have to!
What can you possibly do?
Son of a...
Adding fuel to the fire will just make everyone burn.
Yep. What do you think I said? Stay calm. Oh, hi.
We're out of escape routes.
Mm-hmm. What are you planning to do?
Don't have the strength left to trade blows with that lunk. So instead, I'll hack off my hand and act as a decoy. That way, only one of us has to go down.
What? Nah. You're coming with us, Kaiju.
You proposing we get out on that ship?
Yes.
It's practically falling apart. But we got nothing to lose trying.
There's still the question of what happened to Dobby and Dr. Flare. Worrisome as it is, though, escape's the only option right now.
Alright, we're shoving off!
To be continued in E6. I'm sorry. The PS2 version. I'm still sorry for that.
We made it to open waters. Let's try and meet up with the Balta Sea Force for now.
Let's do that. Our only option.
Goes to show how off the wall this is. The lighthouse has gone dark, so the Sea-Force should realize something's arrived before long. Just our luck this had happened while Grimson's away. I'm still in rough shape.
Well, we can switch off.
Come here. I'll teach you the basics of handling a ship.
Oh, shit.
A short break will do me some good anyway. Mind taking the wheel for me?
Jesus, take the wheel. Picked that up faster than I expected. Oh, and before I forget, take this. The map of Obelia Gulf. Map of assorted records of on Obelia Gulf and many islands. Always know where you're heading, and don't go straying off course.
They're not coming after us. We were right to escape by boat. Set our heading west-southwest. First step is to meet up with the Balta Sea-Force.
Like so.
How about that? You're a regular coxswain already. Guess I can leave things be a while without you running us aground.
Adol's
I should have
finally
some of my
broken the
strength
curse.
back after resting up a bit. The helm's all yours in the meantime.
And Adol has finally broken that curse after 9 episodes. 9 installments. After 9 installments, this man. This man has finally broken the curse. That he can ride a boat without crashing it. Yeah, I prefer this over, this. Oh yes, we're getting everything in this episode. This episode 0. Might as well.
I'd place us around halfway between Karnak and Balta Island right now. Seems you're starting to get a feel for steering.
I'm breaking a curse. Learn from the best.
About those humanoid Grieger, by the way. I'd never even known they existed.
Yeah, figures. I wonder who they were.
Your guess is as good as mine. The bestial kind's been showing up here and there in Obelia Gulf for a long time now. Me and Grimson, my old man, have been wiping him out with no one else the wiser.
3 hours now. So it's a secret, even among the Seaforce?
Some are in on it, others aren't. And I think Grimson's been making some kind of investigation into the Grieger too. But he still won't tell me a damn thing. Other than that I should look into him myself if I'm so curious. Or that carving one's path through the waters is the Norman way of life.
Keep quiet about Manitou.
Haven't heard so much as a scrap about it. Apparently, I started being able to use mana at around 10 years old. Ever since, I've been tasked with culling the Grieger herd without ever knowing why. I always assumed an explanation would follow once I became a full-fledged warrior. So, with that as my guiding thought, I worked as hard as I could, and, well...
Days cladding Karja's heart courses palpably through the handcuffs. Sounds a lot like me.
In what way are we anything alike?
I know nothing in my mountain village. I mean, I knew nothing of the sea in my mountain village.
What? And now you're just playing me for a sap. How could anybody be oblivious to the whole damn... Wait, is that what ends up happening when you're born and raised in the mountains?
Well, yeah.
So, there's folks out there who know nothing about the ocean. And I knew nothing of them.
True, as baffling as it sounds, and that's the reason I started adventuring.
That right. So the reason you set off was to learn more about the ocean?
Well, the world actually.
I wonder, is there more I'd like to find out too? About myself, maybe?
About you? What was that for?
Huh? Not sure. Something about you just raises my hackles.
I have that effect with all women.
Why'd it take me this long to... Something the matter?
Look behind us.
Those ships. It's the Grieger. No two ways about it.
They're seriously giving chase?
Why else would they be bearing our way? You've got us in firing range. We're too short on manpower to fight our way out. One extra pair of hands on deck would at least give us a chance.
Look no further then.
The hell? Well, I woke up, huh?
Just now, yeah. I've got a few choice words for you both. But there's bigger fish to fry right now, and I don't want to make another bonehead mistake.
Yeah, thanks, man.
What can you do?
I took artillery training as part of my drills in the militia.
Gunsman.
Cannon duty it is.
Sure thing. I'll give it my best shot.
All right, Adel. Prepare for naval combat.
Time to go swiggle in on that ass. Let's see, you can use standard projectiles, weaken power, but slow down enemy ships. And X armaments, short range but powerful to attack.
Chew on this! Fire!
No!
Chew on this! Chew on this! Why you? Fire!
So clinch it!
Why you? Fire! Chew on this!
Finally.
Reinforcements?
Shit! There's no end to them!
They're out to ram us!
Who the heck?
It's them!
The cavalry.
Right then.
The
Full speed
cavalry.
ahead.
Send a message to all vessels. Maintain spindle formation and crowd sails.
The cavalry.
From there, proceed as planned.
Aye, sir. Alter Sea Force, close in and prepare to board. For hard! For hard!
Talk about swashbuckling. There's not a trace of fear on any of them.
Aye. We wouldn't have the right to call ourselves Normans otherwise.
Still, they're against the undead. It's a losing battle.
Is it?
Not for him.
Moment of truth. Let's get this over with.
Fight well, Jarl Grimson.
I won't be long.
Who's gonna ball the commando on that ass?
A pleasant evening to you. Too bad.
I was gonna go straight
You'll
with
never get.
I take that back. He's gone
How
full
did one guy
Sun
do all that by himself? Wait, is he who I think he is?
Grimson Balta. My old man, and the Jarl of the Balta Sea Force.
His power is off the charts.
It's not just mana either. He triggered what we call a berserker state.
Berserk... What now?
On top of wielding mana, he can go berserk whenever he pleases. It's a form of combat that only develops in a select few, turning their heightened emotions into raw power. The user gains monumental strength at the cost of their senses, causing them to fight till their stamina runs dry. But from what I'm told, Grimson's got the power to bend it to his will.
He made that power his bitch.
Excellently done, my Jarl. The enemy force is on a reciprocal course. In retreat, most likely. Shall we give chase?
Pass. Those whoresons are like a lizard's tail, the way they always come back. I ain't letting you put my nose to the grindstone all willy-nilly.
Be that as it may, do you suppose they were intending to turn Karnak into their stronghold?
Far from it. They were only there to mount a search. Still, to think those Grieger would cobble together a whole damn fleet of their own. Guess that means the time's finally arrived.
Hey! That ship's closing in on us!
Oh, it's fine.
The Norgist, flagship of the Balta Sea Force.
See, told you it's fine.
Princess, I am relieved to see you unharmed.
Same to you, Gunnar.
Not once did I expect such an ordeal to befall Karnak. You would have avoided it entirely had I not insisted you remain there. My deepest apologies.
It's fine.
We'll be sending a scouting party to the town at once. Though you must be exhausted, we would have you recount the events to us later.
Got it.
Hoy there, Karja. Really went through the grinder today, huh?
Grimson.
What's with the getup? You suddenly developed an eye for fashion?
Bite your tongue!
I suppose that's neither here nor there. Not with everything going to hell in a handbasket. That boy over there, the mana user?
Your daughter's been a lifesaver.
Seems to me like that goes the other way around, too. I've heard bits and pieces about what you've been through. Probably has your mind swimming in questions. I've only got one thing to say, though. You
You, lad, are gonna be helping us out.
Oh.
Can't have enough mono-wielders in these trying times, am I right?
Oh. Okay.
Crimson.
Hey! Hold on a second! Those goons kidnapped the entire population of Karnak.
They what?
We didn't realize it had come to that point.
Protecting the town was part of the deal my pops made with you, wasn't it? So go save them. If you don't, who will?
Man, why pull out
Oh,
that
yeah.
line?
You're Clement's boy, ain't you? Let me offer a little reminder.
You can kiss my
We
ass.
Normans ain't defenders of justice. We're lawless brigands.
Achievement Karnak unlocked. Are you freaking serious? That was chapter 1? After 3 hours? Fuck it, you might as well just give me the whole damn game at this point.
Hey, it's in sight. The headquarters of the Balta Sea Force. And our home, Balta Island.
Whoa.
First time here too, Gren?
Sure is. I hear that Cruz has come here a couple of times for his dad's trading business, though. Man, what's gonna happen now?
You'll grow balls. You'll be fine.
I don't have a clue myself. But based on what Grimson said, you might be the one holding the key to all of this, Adel.
Like that's anything.
Let me offer a little reminder. We Normans ain't defenders of justice. We're lawless brigands. We honor our contracts, but we do it our way. You there, Red.
Sir,
Where'd you say you came from?
up north.
Heard an interesting rumor the day before yesterday up in Promalock. Seems some kid who was working in the port was able to get rid of the storm wall.
Got rid of it? The whole thing? No way!
And they say not too long after, that very same kid just decided to stroll on down our way. Well, would you look at that bright red mane? Way I hear it, hair that color you only find in the northern Aeropan Mountains. Gunnar, what do you make of this?
Surely it can't be.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
And again, given what happened back in Karnak,
Things are starting to get real interesting. It's clear to me that you're a pluckier lad than you look, Red.
Call me Chitama, sir.
For now, I don't care whether the rumors about you are true or not. You keep to our stern till we're back at the island. And you're staying here with him, Karja.
shouldn't we take him into custody?
He ain't going anywhere, right?
Where? Where am I going? Like the real question is, where am I going? So I came from up north, and then I went to Asteria, and here I am.
Kept at arm's length, huh?
Can't blame him, all things considered.
Huh? I guess, yeah. Anyway, we're about to enter port.
If this is one whole damn chapter, I'm done. this basically say, yeah, you know what? Yeah. This game. Oh, this is worthy of saying. Oh, this is 2025 here. Chapter 2. Shield Brother. I can actually make a save. I could basically just put a stop right there.
Are those stakes coming out of the ocean?
They're barricades to keep attacking enemy ships away. There are a lot of watchfires burning tonight. We've got more lookout station than usual.
Take any chances.
More importantly, you two, get ready to dock.
Who are you? Identify yourselves! And what's with the beat-up old boat? You prisoners of war or something?
It's me, Karja, Grimson's daughter.
Karja? Princess? Why are you dressed like that? And why'd you sail in on this junker?
A lot happened in Karnak. And these two are with me. I need to report in about him ASAP.
One of them is Mayor Clement's son. I'll look after him from here.
War Chief Gunnar! Welcome back!
Are those Grimson's orders?
Yes. Our contract states that in the event of an emergency, we are to protect the mayor's family. Gren, was it? Would you come with me?
Like I've even got a choice.
It's okay.
This is for your own safety. Admiral, please don't worry about him.
Oh, I'm not.
As for where you'll stay, Admiral,
Miss Karja!
Hey, Easer. Came to welcome me back?
it seems everyone's gotten word of our return.
Yes, I'm glad you're all safe. You must be Adol. Is that right?
Adol Christian. I am, and you are?
My name is Isa. I am a servant to the Bolter family. You'll be staying at the Bolter family lodge this evening, Adol. Please allow me to escort you there.
It seems I can leave the rest to you. With that, Princess, I take my leave. The oil will explain what comes next in due time, I'm sure.
Got it.
Now then, follow me, Gran.
Well, Adol, be seeing you.
Shall we be on our way as well, Miss Karja?
Yeah, let's go.
You know what? After everything... Oh, this constitutes saves. Why did I put this on easy again? Why is the game put on easy? I want it on normal, whatever. So, I gotta say, after all this, 3 hours from one chapter, this was not bad for a demo. This has me all ready for the main game. When I get the main game, of course I'm not gonna get it like on day one. Oh hell no. When it goes on sale, that's what I get. Oh man, this is good. This is really, really good. I'm looking forward to continuing this when the main game comes out. So I shared this with you, and despite the fact that it took 3 hours to do all this, and this is one demo. This is a demo. Keep in mind. So next time, oh don't worry, it'll be something else. We'll be back to normal LP content, but thought I'd just show this masterpiece known as Ease 10 Nordics. I'll see you in 2010 when we get into episode 1, or maybe episode 2, depending on how I feel about all this. In any case, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon with more great content.